Anatomy of a cover-up. The Biden story it's getting uglier by the moment. And again, it's sad. You don't like to see anybody obviously deal with any sort of ailment. In particular, was this probably stage 4, they said, cancer, as far as prostate is concerned. And you can feel bad for the guy for that. You know what I really feel bad for the guy about is how he was been used and abused. I said this a while ago. I can't believe his wife allowed this to happen. First and foremost, man, I get my blood checked every several months. They always check your PSA. There's no way. There's no way that they didn't know about this a long time ago. Many of the doctors have been coming out and saying they should have known about this for 10 years ago, which means the first time he ran against Donald Trump. And the fact that they covered up, the fact that you had the physicians, his doctors, lying to the American people. We need to this is something, quite frankly, that we do need to get to the bottom of. Who was running the country? Who was running the country? Who was working the auto pen? I don't think people fully understand just how frightening this is. And to think, how this country is, we have a process, we have a constitution, and that can get completely usurped. I mean, I used to joke here on the podcast, calling him Lady Eloise. He's just a name on the package and somebody's running to it. But this is it's pretty sick and twisted. Not to mention the fact, tried to run again. Okay, obviously we all know the story. He dropped out. But was that the plan? Was that the plan, to have him run and beat Donald Trump and then have him step aside as a hero because he's got cancer, and then all of a sudden Kamala Harris is the first woman president of the United States? Somebody knows. Don't tell me that wasn't talked about, because it was, obviously. They obviously knew that he wasn't going to be able to fulfill his term. You got to think about how sick and twisted these people are, how power hungry they are. Awful. I mean, this is our country, people. Last week I did a podcast on this, and I just kind of waited to let the whole Biden thing go. They're always, who knew what, and there are books coming out on this. I'm not interested in Biden. I'm interested in the people that orchestrated this. That's who was running the country. Was it Obama? Who was it? Because quite frankly, if you think about it, if that was the case, basically everything that he signed, shouldn't it be void? Should every bill that he signed, everything that he did should be taken away? Was that even legal? I don't know. I have no idea. But it's something that most certainly should be discussed. We don't want to have this happen again. And you think about it right now. I don't know how the Democrat, how they're going to come back from this at this point. Everybody's going to be like, who knew what? And they all, oh, he's great. He's fine. He's no problem whatsoever. Everything's okay. Everything's awesome. How are they going to come back from that? And if you think about it, I said, we basically don't have, at this point in time, we don't have a Democratic Party. Quite frankly, we don't have a Republican Party. Republican Party, they're out to lunch. They're out to lunch as well. So this is what we have here in the United States. Who's running this? Who's in charge? Who knows? WatchDog on WallStreet.com.